Hello, one Paul here. Today I want to go over how to make $50 to $100, possibly even more than that, per day trading McDonald's stock. Now, if you saw my last video, I went over Coca-Cola, and what I'm basically trying to do is go through and look through individual stocks, and we do options trading with these stocks individually to see the potential of how much you can make by doing options trading with them. And McDonald's is one of those I've seen. As soon as I made the video last time, I saw there's really a lot of volatility when it comes to the McDonald's stock. Now, it is to own McDonald's stock itself is we're going to be looking at that real quick before I show you the formula. But personally, I think it's also good to own McDonald's stock, just to own it and collect dividends and just to own it in general. But the McDonald's stock is pretty expensive. But before I get started on how to make money with it, doing options trading with it, I kind of want to look at the stock and then kind of look at the dividends as well. While I'm on the McDonald's stock, I wanted to look on if it does quarterly, monthly, that kind of thing, and see how you can actually profit both ways with McDonald's. But primarily, I'm going to be talking about how to make $50 to $100 a day with doing options trading with McDonald's stock. So this is a way to participate in the company without working for them, and how you can profit making about 50 to 100 and possibly even more, judging by the charts that I've looked at for the past couple of days. But let me pop open my charts and we'll see how you can profit from McDonald's stock. Okay, so right now we can see that McDonald's stock is about $289 per share. Like I said, this isn't a cheap stock to own, probably because of the company itself is pretty popular. But let's look at their dividends and what they pay. It looks like they pay. Let's see, that's 6. It looks like they pay 3 times a year. It looks like either 3 or 4 times a year, and it's about $1.52. So they pay 4 times a year. So let's take that $1.52, and divide that by 4. So they basically pay you 38 cents a month, but you don't get your dividend payouts. You get it 4 times a year, basically. So I don't want to go too much into the dividend and the stats. That's what you need to accumulate if you want to own McDonald's stock. So let's just go into the charts a little bit and to set it up. Now, I've done things a little differently, not much, but basically this is how I have my charts for my moving averages. I have the 3S MMA, which allows you to have 3 moving averages in one. It allows for less clutter. So we have 5 and 8. Those are the moving averages that I use for my strategy. And I look for my signal on the hour. So if it's on the hour. So now what I've actually done is I've taken note when it crosses on the RSI, and you'll know that's when you see these lines right here. So every time it crosses on the RSI, I draw a vertical horizontal line right there. So that basically shows you that this is the point. There's 2 points to actually get in. You can wait for the EMAs to cross, but if you wait for the EMAs to cross, you would have had to come in right here. But if you judged it based off of the RSI, you would have had to come in right here. So my new strategy really is to look at the RSI first. I look for the signal with the moving averages. The moving averages are basically to show me the overall direction. I make my judgment really when the RSI crosses, but there's a time to do it and a time not to do it. And for example, here we see the RSI crossing down, so we want to look at the moving averages, and we want to look to see if the moving averages are showing any kind of weakness that it might start crossing down. If the moving averages are looking like it might cross down, then that's a signal to do it. You don't want to have your RSI signaling a downtrend, and then the moving averages are doing the opposite thing. That is a trade not to take. So let's look at a couple examples here. This was another instant right here where the RSI crossed up, and we see that the moving averages. We see the moving averages are in an uptrend. So this would be a good signal to get in for a trade. So let's just look at this one real quick. We came in right here where the RSI crosses, and we wrote it out to about here. This was 1 day. Yeah, let's just do 1 day. This is a 1 day. This is 1 day. So we have a $6 difference in price. So let's just go look at McDonald's here and see what we would get for a. Let's see what we get for a $6 difference in price. So right there, it's $2.92. So let's see what would happen if we got a $6 difference in price. So that's $2.98 we got to look for. $2.98. Okay, so let's just say that's close to $575, maybe even $600 for this trade right here. So this small little trade for one day gave you a $600 profit. And that's why I said when I looked at the charts, I saw that McDonald's had some pretty good volatility when it came to options trading. Now, we look at this moment right here. It's a small one. We see that the RSI is crossing up, and we see that the moving averages are also in an uptrend. So could have taken this one, but it would have been a short one. Would have only been a couple hours. This would have been a short one. This would have been only $1 difference in price. That one wouldn't have been a big one. So that's in $2.92 to $2.93. Which one was that? Okay, so $2.92.17. Let's see, it's right about here. So yeah, that's still about $100. That is still about a $100 move right there. Even though it's small, it's still a $100 move. So let's just look here again. We see the RSI crossing up on this one, so we would come in here. And we also want to look at your moving averages right here. If there's any signal of it going up as well, you want to have both of them match. So right here, we're going to go and come in right here, and we're going to ride this out. We're going to follow the RSI for the most part. And then we're going to get out. This is a $6. Let's just say, I think that's let's say $7 difference in price. I think we've done that one. But let's just do a $7 difference in price. So yeah, that's the same as before. Same as what's around. It's about $600, maybe even more, for this move right here. And this was a 5-day wait. But if you wanted to get out a little early here, like let's say 2 days, this is still a $4.92, so it's still about a $5 difference in price. So we got, let's see, 5, 6, 7, let's do $2.97. This is still a $4.89. That section right there is still a $4.89. Let's just do this a couple more times, and we guys can see the potential of just trading McDonald's and making some pretty good profit. See, we see the it's crossing down right here on the RSI. So we would come here, and we also look at our moving averages and see that it looks like it's crossing down as well. So we just ride this out to about here. Another $7 to $8 difference in price. So 6 or 7 is a pretty good average for this. So let's just say 7. We've done this before. It averages about $600 a trade. So you can get $600 every 2 days to 5 days. So to me, trading McDonald's stock looks very, very profitable. So when it comes down to it, owning actual McDonald's stock is, it's one of the most expensive stocks, individual companies. It's almost like half the price of the S&P 500 there, but it's actually a stock if you want to own it. It's a good stock to own because I don't see McDonald's going away anytime soon, and I think it's a very good stock to own in itself. But to trade it, to make daily and weekly profit, seeing the numbers, you can range a pretty good number from you can range anywhere from like $50 to $500 to $600 a trade, which is very good if you want to do options trading with McDonald's. I'm going to be doing a McDonald's trade, options trade here pretty soon, so I'll be letting you guys know how that works for me when that does happen. But from what I can see with the charts, with doing options trading with it, you can make some pretty good profit with just doing McDonald's stock. So this is a good way to make profit with McDonald's with not having to work there. But you can make some pretty good profit with just day trading with options trading with McDonald's. So anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.